Hello and thanks for coming back to the channel for this week's vlog. Today's vlog is all about paid photography gigs. Recently in my day job, I did some social media training at a hotel. And while I was doing that, I mentioned that I think they needed to update their photography for the website and for the social media. And then I cheekily said that I did photography in my spare time and I have this channel. So they got back in touch and asked me to go and take some pictures. So I did, and I wanted to talk to you today about that experience and what I charged, and because I think that's an interesting area, because I didn't really know what to charge, if I'm honest, and sort of what I felt and what I got from the experience. So basically, as I say, it was this hotel and golf club, and it was locally as well. It's 10 or 15 minute drive from me, so it's pretty much on my doorstep. So it wasn't like I had to put a lot of time and effort in to get there. So they asked me to go at 10:30 on a Tuesday, and I expected to be there for maybe 4 hours. So I went a little bit earlier, so I'd go earlier and try and get some outdoor shots, because mainly they wanted some indoor shots. It was February, so I expected the weather to be pretty grey outside, so I didn't think the outdoor shots would be fantastic. And to be fair, they weren't. They got better when I left. I took a few when I left at the end of the day. But it was good to sort of get my head into the gear, be there a little bit early, and show a bit of willing as well, show that I wanted to be there and wanted to get stuff done for them. So after taking a few outdoor shots, 10:30 came and I went inside and I took an array of pictures. The time flew, if I'm honest. It flew by, and I was taking food photography shots, I was taking shots of hotel rooms, bathrooms, cocktail making. That was quite interesting. I was definitely thinking on my feet during that one, because the guy was doing some flaring and making up Valentine's Day cocktails and stuff that they wanted pictures of. But I was always conscious of getting the shot. I pretty much used my nifty 50 lens throughout the whole thing, apart from for the rooms where I used my wide lens, because I think that's perfect for showing the size of rooms. But my nifty 50 was brilliant. It was really sharp and focused and clear for like the food photography and the cocktail side of stuff as well. So I think I managed to get some really good shots of them. I have sent them over now. I haven't heard back from them, but they did say that they want me to go back again, which is always really good. Repeat business is fantastic. So when there's more blue skies, and the hotel will look more picturesque with blue skies and sunshine and stuff. And also, I couldn't take pictures of the swimming pool because there were people in it, but they're doing some work on the swimming pool roof at some point, so the swimming pool will be closed, so I'll be able to hopefully be able to go along then and take some pictures of the swimming pool area and the spa and all that kind of stuff when it's not in use, which will be perfect. So as I say, the repeat business side hopefully will come off, but I didn't really know what to charge. So I ended up, when I was doing the social media stuff, also when I was taking pictures, I kept my social media head on as well, because as much as they wanted stuff for the website, they use the social media more, they update that more, because that is the generation we live in. That's how you communicate with people a little bit more, and emails and stuff like that. So I was taking images, leaving space for text, like I do when I go on about inspirational prints and stuff like that, leaving space for scripture and quotes and stuff. I was like having the wine glass on one side in focus, and then blurring out the background so they could then put text on the other side to promote a wine tasting event, for example. So I was trying to give them a mixture of stuff, and I think my experience and my background allowed me to do that, and allowed me to think slightly differently, which is always good. As I was saying about the money side of things, I didn't know what to charge. When I did the social media training for them, I was there for a couple of hours, and I charged them an hourly rate, because I didn't know how long I'd be there and what they really wanted. They were very vague when they asked me to do it. So instead of saying I'll come along and it'll be this much, I thought an hourly rate sort of covered me a little bit more in case I was there for 6 hours. If I'd said it would be 50 quid and I was there for 6 hours, it's not great. But if I said an hourly rate and I was there for 6 hours, I know I'm getting a decent wage for my time. So I basically told them, as it's my first, well, this was my thinking, as it was my first real paid photography gig, I basically said I'd do the same hourly charge. So with the time I was there, which was about 4 hours, and then a little bit of editing because I had to crop and I had to brighten a few of the images up because some of the hotel rooms were a bit dark, I've earned, it was a good wage for a day's work. I was knackered by the end of it because usually I'm sat at my desk and I'm typing away and stuff, but it was good. I like having a variety of work. That's why I like doing stuff for different people, different clients. It keeps you busy and it keeps you on your toes. But actually being out the house, out the office, and using my skills and what I consider one of my passions to hopefully help another business. And as I say, hopefully they'll become a client in the end. I think they're happy with the images. They were looking at the images on the back of the camera, and I was working with my contact who I know, who got me the work, but also the owner of the hotel, who was a little bit more particular about how the rooms looked and the sort of the way make sure there was no creases on the bedspreads, and setting up the rooms a little bit more the way that she wanted them to look. So I've got some really good feedback from her and my contact, and the images that I've sent over I'm really quite happy with, especially the food photography. Food photography is something that I've always felt I wouldn't be very good at, but I think the vibrant colours of the fantastic dishes that this chef had created, and the light as well. I picked a table right next to a really bright window, and the light that was coming through was lovely, and it was just lighting up this plate full of food. So I was managing to get some really nice shots of colourful salads and it was mouth-watering sort of chocolate desserts and stuff like that. So as I say, I really enjoyed it, but hopefully I'll be able to do some more for them at some point if they're happy with the images that I've sent over. I can't really share any images at the moment because, as I say, I've just sent them across to them, but I did take a couple of behind the scenes shots which I'll put on the screen now, that I shared on Instagram and UTOGs and stuff like that. I don't know where it will go. I don't know if it will lead to anything else, but it's definitely a feather in the cap, as it were. And I feel like I was a bit nervous before I went, but I feel like next time I'd be a little bit more confident and I'd probably know a little bit more what I was doing. But that's the same with anything in life, isn't it? The first time you do something, it's a bit difficult, it's a bit nerve-wracking, and you sort of learn on the job. So from now on, if I get any more, if I return to there, or if anyone else, I'm gonna add it to my website as well, that I can do that, because I can do that now. I'm quite happy to do that. So we'll see if it goes anywhere. I just wanted to do, I said on UTOGs and on my Facebook page and stuff that I was going to do a mini vlog about this. It's not a great length one today, but I just wanted to talk about it and sort of say that even if you're not comfortable doing stuff, sometimes it's good to push yourself out the box and give things a go, because if people see something in you that perhaps you don't see in yourself, then it's worth pursuing, and it might start the journey to other things. You never know. So anyway, thanks for coming back today and watching another vlog. Please join me again on Tuesday, where I think I'm in Wales again. So hopefully you can join me for that one. And if you're not subscribed yet, maybe hit that subscribe button as well. I'll see you on the next one.